Welcome back, everybody, to The Necessary Evil. No, that's the group. This is called The Den of Necessity. Yeah. Welcome to the season finale. I don't know why in my head I was about to laugh like Dracula. You know what? I think this is a good thing to mention now, is that the next game is selected, and hopefully by the time this episode comes out, it will hopefully be somewhere in production. I have one cast member for that one, so, and a potential second, which I'm waiting to hear back from. And then I got to go find a third. But I will let everybody know, because oh my goodness, I'm attached. I've probably been talking about this on stream and everything, but the next game we're playing is Traveler. A science fiction, it's pretty much space opera, the video game.
Oh.
Not video game, tabletop RPG. The neat thing about this is that, like, do you like Firefly? Cool, you can do that. Do you like Star Wars? Cool, you can do that. You like Star Trek? Cool, you can do that. Do you want to do Die Hard in space? Cool, you can do that. You want to do Ocean's 11 in space? Yeah, you can do that in this game. There's near infinite possibilities for people to do, and I do have the story written up and stuff, the basic outlines. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the end of a little season of Blades in the Dark by John Harper, joined by J2 Rudo, Blackjack, 21. Yeah, 21. In my head, every time I look at your name, I expect like one more X, and I'm like, no, 21. And J to the Low, or Josh. Dude, this has been like, now I know how like all those professors feel when they're like, man, the memories that I had, except like I don't have any bad memories of sending you guys to detention. I just almost killed all your characters.
All the good memories, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic times.
Yes, and no, I really do enjoy Blades in the Dark. There's a lot of things that I do like about it, and there's some things that like in the system that work, but I know me as a handler, or I forget what it's called in Blades in the Dark. I think it's just GM, that I'm like, I'm not as good at. So I think it helped me as like GM, keeper, whatever they want to be called, the person playing everybody else, helped me grow in and realize, okay, I need to work in these areas. But no, it has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun yes-anding with y'all. I don't have a good banter question. Like, the only thing that like has popped into my head was, what is your favorite writer strike thing that came out in the 2008s? Because we were talking about that while we were waiting for everyone to join. And I only remember one show.
I do
shows now.
You do what?
Oh, I was gonna say that I remember. Well, because it was coming up today. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this by now, or if not, I guess this will be the first time you've heard of it. They were showing a clip of Conan O'Brien during the time of the strike in 2008, which I also found out he also paid for. I believe that this is correct. I may be wrong about this, but when I was reading up on it, and I think if I remember it correctly when it happened, he also helped pay for a lot of the staff that the writers there as well. But he did a whole segment where like like they didn't have a writing staff, so like he spun like his wedding ring on a desk and was just like, I'm gonna see if this, because he was talking about how it's like, well, that don't have a lot of material here, so here's my wedding ring. I'm gonna spin this, and if it stays on the table for more than like 41 seconds, it'll be a new world record. It's like the first thing you've ever seen. And so he has like the the girl in the production booth just like sitting there is like, get a stopwatch out. And it's just, you're watching someone who has the ability to just improv on the spot, and the jazz band is also improvising along with it. And it's just like, yeah, not everybody can do that. Like, not everybody can do that. Like, a lot of people do not have the ability to just like instantly do something like that. And it became, and I remember like a lot of shows like just suffering as a result of that. And the best that they could do is just rally around the fact that it's like, hey, we need our writers, we miss our writers. And so to see like somebody actually be able to do that and still like show enough respect to go ahead and like give people like money who really need it in that situation is kind of awesome. But also, again, just highlights the fact that it's like a lot of your big personalities out there are not really, you know, it's not just them. They have the charisma because I say they have the charisma and the talent to like be out in front of a screen and say whatever because, you know, that's their personality. But usually the people writing it and doing the funny stuff and may not necessarily have that as well or just as important. Just because you don't see their face doesn't mean that, you know, they're not as crucial to the process.
Yeah, it reminds me of a clip I saw today where I know his first name, I don't remember his last name, but it's that guy from the TV show Adam Ruins Everything.
Adam Conover, yep.
And he was being interviewed on CNN. And he's like, so what do you think this writer strike is about? And he's like, well, let me call out the Warner Brothers studio head or like the CEO.
Yeah.
And this is like, he made this much and here's how much this person made. And yeah, the writers are asking literally for that between over 1,000 writers so that way they can actually live. And like he goes on the spiel and it's like, it's really good. And he only was able to get he knew he was only getting one sentence before like the studio's like, shut him down.
Yep.
and the host is just like,
Think about-
well, Adam, I think you just cost me my job, but you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think everyone's like, okie dokies. But yeah, I don't know. I hope the strike stuff and all that goes well. I don't know. My heart, every time I read it doesn't matter if it's a writer or like anything. It's like my heart's just like, oh, I feel so bad for these guys. Like when they don't get their monies, especially just to like make a living. So, fortunately, I guess in our case with these scoundrels, they just do any job for money, and one of them just takes it all. I think one.
I don't know who that could be.
Yeah, at least one of these characters, I won't say the name. And it's not because I can't pronounce it as I open up my files. It tells me how to pronounce this name. But it's very much like I think last time I looked at your character sheet, it's very much like, wow, he pretty much set up a criminal 410k in his name. And he's just like constantly put it in there, and it's just like, just one day, Veleris is just going to be like, okay, toodles.
Gotta think about retirement. Plan early.
Bye. Yeah.
I ain't here to build up this thing. But let's play some music, and we can do a recap as we go into the final session. I think it's this one. Oh man, I love it when I click the right song the first time. Alright, so this all started off with a job. There's my notes. It all started off with the. Oh, those are the wrong notes. That was the most recent job. Hold up. I have notes everywhere scribbled on like random little doodads and paper scripts for this game. That's the original plan before a company went weird. There it is. So, this group all started off by taking a job to steal a tome, I believe. No, it was to steal a cookbook, a recipe book from a very prominent place down in great, now I gotta move this map and remember where everything is.
The night market.
Yes, it was in the night market, specifically the Devil's Tooth, where we got our case. We got to learn who these characters were, who these scoundrels are, as they did their possible first job ever, successfully, with some may say without a hitch, but we won't look too deep into windows being broken from multiple instances and opening the world up to a ghost field, because that was the past, which we're looking at. So from there, they went in, they got their job, they Adelaide their as I'm blanking on the name, their contact was very happy with this, and told him, yeah, we will definitely get you more work. From there, as different training events happened, the Kai's friend slash lover, who knows? We never really explored it that much.
No.
Grace.
Yes.
She said that her girls needed a supply of dream smoke, which consisted of them going to another place in the night market, the Hound Races, to where, one person decided to stay on mission and cleared out some other, pretty much collect the dream smoke, while two others, I would say, also were doing the mission, very good at causing a distraction, as the large lumbering aggro crag won over the rest of a whole cast of other animals that I have no clue where their names could have been originated from.
They were on the side quest.
Yep. Look, everyone was getting hit in the writer strike back then. They all went to Doskvol. From there, heat was high, and especially some injuries. But the thing is, I did not stop the necessary evil from wanting more money. As that went on, they. I'm trying to remember. That would be episode 4. I'm trying to remember. There's a job in between the one you guys just did. No, yeah, you guys had the downtime, and then great. Now I'm blanking. 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? If I just open it up, I can just see what Blackjack named his titles, and then I can know what the heck was happening in the episode. Yep, episode 4. That's when you guys got drugs. Yep, and episode 5 got the drugs. And yeah, there was a weapon being created that is almost done, and there was a few other goals and plans happening in there. That now I know why my timeline is messed up, because during that time of when they were in the Hound Races, the spirit that a ghost that came out of the Ghost Veil, the skill that Eoin has, followed him and contacted him with a job that promised great wealth if he could complete it. After convincing the rest of his crew, they went and talked with somebody who might know a little bit more, by the name of Nyrix, and he said, like, well, if you're going to do that, you need to make sure you can get a hold in I almost said White Castle. That's not what that place is called. That's a White Crown. You need to get at least a hold into White Crown, to where they had to go and hit up an underground market, the tin coin, or whatever it is. As soon as
Tin Alley.
Tin Alley. Yep. There it is. It's on the other side of this paper. So, they went and did that. They met the mysterious H, who helped them out, gave them information, and then in the course of that, Eoin and Kai decided to interact with some cops that may have had some previous interaction and downtime, and I don't think mechanically got rid of stress, but I think in her heart she got rid of some stress. While Eowyn and Veleris went down into the Tin Alley and did this job, met up with H, and they did all that while Eowyn met up with the previous owner, Milo Vale, who was a contractor for a demon, and through some sort of ritual or anything or something, the demon was exorcised from the place to the best of their knowledge. But in the process, Milo Vale died, which set off, for people who don't know about this world, and your characters will know this, I don't think we really touched on it too much, the Spirit Wardens, who know when death happens and will go and chase it down to solve it, to find out who died, who is at fault, and everything. That being said, H said that they will stay and clean up, but you guys have to make a choice. They can get you into the church. They can get you into the sanctorium through secret passageways. You can do that, or if you want to cut your losses and just get out of there, that is also possible. And with no little surprise on anyone, the necessary evil decided to go and finish the job without any planning, to where they met a dude who was just kind of worshiping and everything, and pretty much tortured him and killed him. And through all of that, they broke the seal that was holding back some sort of ghostly power, and from there they escaped through another place, and now we are in the downtime, the final downtime of pretty much of the show for season 1. So this might be, like, I definitely want you guys to do your downtime activities, but first we got to do the payout. We got to do the payoff, rather. So first things first, as I bring up the character sheet for the necessary evil. There we go. Let's see. So you guys will earn 2 rep by default. Boop, boop. Oh, I clicked one too many. Please go away. Oh, what happened there? There we go. You guys will also gain 1 rep for a higher tier. And you know what? I'm going to give you another rep because you went and did another you pretty much essentially did 2 jobs in one. So your reputation is now 2 points away from pretty much from that place. So let's see. I don't think there was any money from this. So there wasn't any extra coin, but you guys did gain a turf. And so as pretty much as was said before, like in the last episode, they were all clearing out from there. So we'll say within a couple days after the event, you guys, one of you guys is hailed at the basement. Pretty much, who would want to do the talking to this person that comes up? They look well dressed and like kind of. Actually, you know what? It's H. So who would like to talk with H?
It's H.
Time to play the game.
All three of you guys can come down if you want. It doesn't have to be only one of you. So, but yeah, we'll just go, and whoever wants to come in and talk with H pretty much meets with whoever comes down, and is just so. Let me tell you guys.
I was gonna say, can I do the opposite of talking to H and instead just walk up and look at him, like right in his grill?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, Zai will. Zai, wow. Kai will. I confused last name and first name for a second there. Kai will notices H, sees the fancy garb, and begins to approach and move forward, and just kind of stands right in H's grill and awaits for words and further instruction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so H looks at you, and if any of the other guys join, feel free to jump in as you see fit. And he's just like, so I'm here to just tell you about the job. And by the way, H completely bundled up. You do not see any, like, even though their dress is nicer, you still, like, it is still like thick, heavy clothing, face like covering, like no skin is showing, and you are still unsure of the gender of this person. But they sit there and is like, so I took care of everything. The place is clean. You guys, the Spirit Wardens, won't be coming back. I don't know if anybody wants this, and produces a spirit bottle. And it's like, this is what's left of our friend.
Can I take the bottle and just kind of look at it confused? Because I still remember our fun little encounter from the last mission. So I just want to take the bottle and just kind of stare at it confused, and just go have Zai. My God, I'm doing it again. Kai, go and look and say, and what good will this do us now?
Well, it gets the spirit gardens off your back, that's for sure. They don't take too kindly to people who murder. Anyway, more importantly, because everything was cleaned up and you guys moved on to whatever task you had to do, I talked with pretty much the crew and pretty much the rest of the Tenali. It turns out they are moving shop down to another location. In short, as Itisdpayne moves the stinking map to find out where everything is, they're pretty much moving their way down into some sort of grotto that's located in the night market. So, thing is, you took out the old leadership. So pretty much you guys are the leaders, and the way they all look at it, they'll give you a cut. So, yeah, we just wanted to let you guys know that, and yeah. So, I don't know, they were really impressed, so, by what you guys did, especially making sure that, let's just say, Vale wasn't the greatest. So, yeah, that's where they're moving into.
Eoin comes out of like a shadow in the back of like wherever it is. He's like, "Boy, you cheeky chancer! Oh, is that what I think it is?" And he like grabs the spirit bottle and just like holds it and like has it like vibrate. He's like, "So, mate, you leave me much chance with any other option?"
Yeah, just don't open. Don't let Vale out. I'm pretty sure if he's able to get free, he will definitely find a way to rat you all out. So, but yeah,
I tell Owen, or is it Owen or Eoin? I keep forgetting every week. Okay,
that guy.
That guy. I tell Eoin, what was I gonna say? Oh yes. Yeah, I was gonna give this to you anyway. Here he does well with murderers.
Hey, whatever you guys do with it, it's up to you. And he's like, well, if you guys need to talk again, I'll find you. And he is going to head out. And so I'm going to mark on your lair 1 turf, which is the Tin Alley. And I'm going to say we will roll to find out how much gold you guys get from that. So pretty much I'm gonna write it in here. I think it was like, yeah, roll 1 through 3. 1, let's see, plus 1 gold for 4 to 5 equals, I don't even know if this is how it's supposed to be done. 2 gold. That's not how you spell gold. 6 equals 3. Okay. So there we go. So yeah, you guys now have a turf, and well, who would like to roll that right now to find out in your downtime how much gold is gathered?
It's not a weight I want to bear.
Okay, I know who. Veleris, go ahead. Just roll a fortune roll.
All right, perfect.
Let's get old Moneybags to figure that out. Alright. Yeah, make sure you put, I think, one die in the fortune roll, so that way,
Hey!
Okay. 3 gold.
All right.
So, I assume everyone's getting 1 gold. So anyway, as that all goes on, I just looked over into the NPCs and I forgot about Mama T. Anyway,
that's my lady.
But so,
Mama
yeah.
T.
So, unless anybody can convince me for heat, I think This is at least a 4, if not a 6 heat.
Do they really know it was us?
I think
And is there a body?
There's not a body.
There's at least one, because we didn't take care of the one.
There's at least one person that saw you. I'm
just saying.
You know what?
We did fight some cops. I will give you that. But
yes, there was a bunch of cop fighting. I'm feeling. I think it's gonna be a 6, guys. You fought cops. You killed clergy members. You pretty much removed a whole market, underground market. I
had fun doing it.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3.
I had fun until we killed the clergy, even though I tried to kill him myself.
Well, you guys have a level 1
wanted. Woo!
Level 1 wanted. You're wanted. So now that we have that, let's see. Now we gotta. Let's see. Where is it? There's the role we have to do that I'm trying to find before we do vices and all your guys' downtime activities, but I lost where it is. It's the payoff. Where's the role we have to do? There's a certain role. Oh, entanglements. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. Find a column that matches to their wanted level, and then we roll heat. So, let's see. Oh, okay. So we have to roll. Okay, we roll 1 die instead of 2 or lower. So I'll roll that because you have 1, a 5, and you have 0 heat. Okay, so rivals or the unquiet dead. Let me just double check something here. You know what? I know what it's gonna do, and it fits really well into the story. So, this, yeah, you know what? This, the way this will go, will fit with what we're doing. So, I will reveal, what the entanglement is. Now, and then we'll make the decision at the end of the episode. So, it has been a couple weeks now. Actually, not a couple weeks. It's maybe, well, I guess a couple is 2. So we'll say it's been a couple weeks. And it's been quiet. Like, abnormally quiet. Like, it's, there have been the guards running around. There have been, like, all these people, like, kind of moving, like, of power and all this stuff. Spirit wardens moving this way and that, but nobody, like, really knows. You guys know what is going on, but nothing has been led back to you guys. And so, oh, I just saw I can do this. I'll fix that in a second. And so, but however, you guys notice during the night, like maybe you guys are just kind of taking your boat out, just to kind of make some rounds, like to, by the Tin Alley. You notice that White Crown, there's like this green smog that has been like just sitting over top of it, that looks very similar to whatever was in that pit. And then it's like the next day, it seems like that there's all over Doskvol this green fog. Like, and it's kind of thick as well, as it just kind of sits in the air. And it's like things already looked eerie with like how there wasn't a lot of sunlight. The sun was destroyed, now it's just shards left of the sun that like kind of peek through the darkness. But now it's like this eerie smog, this eerie like just mist that is just heavily sitting in the town, and like it's really difficult to see through. And then a couple days later, you see ghosts, phantoms, just walking down the street, not being stopped, not worrying about anything. They just, as they own the place, you see these ghosts coming into establishments like they were still alive, trying to purchase drinks, to do business, to do anything that they did before. You guys notice that there's just whatever held them back is now free. And Eoin, if you go and check on your other friend that was in I totally forgot what it's called. The
spirit bottle.
The glass. Thank you. Yeah. I'm like, I just said what it was.
Spirit bottle.
Yeah. It's empty.
See, he was gonna like release him anyway, but that's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So like he's like, when you go to find out what's going on, like, yeah. But for right now, it just seems like the dead are walking. That might be a trademark thing. The dead are reliving.
You said it in a way that it wouldn't be a problem.
I don't know. I don't trust these people. They're going into writer's strike. They're gonna get everything they can. They can't have my $2. All I have are dice. But
we're gonna take all of the sets of dice you own and the books you have on your shelves.
Oh no, that's what would really be a problem. The dice, they cost like $10 a set. The books, that's like hundreds of dollars back there. So yeah, that is what's happening. We will find out more as it goes on. But right now, it doesn't seem like there's much of a threat. But yeah, let's go with the... Yeah. Let's, Eoin, what do you want to do for your first downtime activity?
Eoin is extremely stressed out. And so he is going to go to his purveyor of, to do some weird stuff to get himself de-stressed. Especially having killed a person, and in the hopes of trying to kill another person, watching another person die, and just all the craziness that happened. So he is heading to the docks, where there is a hooded proprietor who has some weird stuff happening in some caverns in that area.
Okay. What's remind me, how do you normally de-stress?
So his weird de-stress, we haven't talked about this yet, is that he likes to watch spirits enter and leave bodies.
Okay.
So if we were to take it from like a like what this could be possibly linked to, would be like watching someone like dance for you or do something for you, but not like in a sick, like I get off on this type of thing, but like he enjoys watching this like weird thing happen where a spirit will possess someone, leave the body, and then repossess them. And Eoin gets off on watching, or de-stresses by watching these weird things happening.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do the de-stress roll.
What, is that just a fortune roll?
Let's see. I think no. You roll your
I click
lowest
indulge.
attribute.
Okay.
Yeah, you indulge vice, and then I don't know if it automatically sets it up for you, but
No, it just says bonus dice, so just 0.
yeah. So to your lowest attribute, but you have 1 in everything. So yeah, just 1 die.
Okay. 4.
Okie dokie. And I think that lowers 4, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had a pretty average, like maybe like it, like you were oh yeah, it says right there. Including amount of stress equal to the highest die result. But yeah, you maybe it's like as you're going in there and it's like you're able to relax a little bit, but it's just like you notice that there's like way more spirits roaming this area than normal. Like normally it's just like maybe like 3 would be like a lot, but now there's like close to like I don't know, 10 to 20 spirits, and it's just like they're all trying to like jump into one body and it's like, or like between 2 or 3 different like bodies that are there, and it's like it's not as great, but you're still like, okay, this is interesting in its own right. But yeah,
it's a battle royal for the body.
Yeah, it's Ghost Fortnite.
A ghost just hits another ghost with a steel chair to go inside.
Okay, I gotta say, I don't think this was mentioned on the last stream, but you guys were posting WWE things in the group chat last time we played. Dude, the one person, I don't even know her name, not the one that jumped off the balcony, but the other one. I don't know her name.
What's she look like?
She I thought there was one that was mentioned. She had like black hair, long black hair.
Hold on.
I don't know. Well, what I'm saying is that somehow I got on WWE algorithms for stuff, and it's just like, what the heck? All I watched was someone jump off a balcony.
That's so funny.
So, I thought it was somebody that we mentioned.
That's who it was. Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple ads with her, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are, but I recognize who you are.
Yes.
Anyway, completely off subject.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so there's that. Also, by the way, if you guys got XP and all that stuff, make sure you put it wherever.
Good point.
I don't remember where that would be.
Did we do that for the crew at all too?
Yeah, I was just like, we didn't do the crew upgrade. Well, we did pretty much we did the whatever it's called. Yeah, we didn't. We did the rep. Yeah, we did the rep. I said that. That's pretty much the XP for the. We didn't do XP. We can do that in a second as I try to remember how to calculate XP for a crew. But yeah, I'll look that up in a second.
And we ran 2 jobs, so I contend we get double the XP. 1 for the first job and then XP for the second job.
I approve.
Since I'm such a kind whatever it's called in here, fine. Let's see. Here we go. Crew advancement. I think we did your downtime activity. So
yeah.
So crew advancement. Yeah, we didn't go through that. I skipped XP for everybody. Okay. So yeah, for we'll just do all three of you guys at once, because I remember XP normally takes a while. Yeah, so if you guys had any desperate action rolls, make sure you mark 1 XP for that. I don't remember it, so if you guys, I hope you guys marked if you had desperate. I think there was a few. Let's see. If you guys, your playbook specific XP trigger. So for Kai, I know it's all written in here somewhere. Yeah, you addressed a challenge with violence or coercion. Wow, I cannot speak.
Coercion.
Coercion. I think you definitely did that.
When do I not do that?
I think you especially did it with the cops, but yeah. And then also with, I gave yourself 2, because that's why the whole WWE thing came in, the Python pinch or whatever it was called.
Coaching clutch.
Yeah.
Python pinch. I'm gonna call it that now.
Eoin, yours was address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. I think you did do a check on the skulls and all that stuff. I think that was at least that. I'm trying to remember if you.
Oh, and then I pull out the Demon Bane to counteract the demon that was next to Vale.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Give yourself 2 for that. And then Veleris, let's see what yours it was. With tracking or violence. I do remember you tracking.
Yep.
And I do remember a lot of violence happening to one poor individual. So give yourself 2 as well. Let's see. The next one. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? This one I'm trying to think. Let's see. I don't know if there was. I can't think of anything specific for any of you guys, but I'm also struggling on. This is something that I'm like. I always have a little bit of trouble. I was like, okay, what's everyone's beliefs? Heritage, drives, and backgrounds.
My belief is violence and destroying authority.
That seems convenient. Players always trying to get all the XP they can.
I believe Veleris did express his background, though.
Can you remind me, or
I'm looking through my notes now.
Like, I don't know, it was just. Oh, hey, I just found out that there's a whole gather information question sheet that you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any poops. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I if you guys think you did, give yourself an XP for it, because I can't remember specifically yes or no, because that was 2 weeks back to back, and there was some time in between all of that. So if you guys, honor system, if you guys believe that you did one of those things, give yourself an XP. And then struggle with issues with vice or traumas during this session. Let's see. Veleris, unfortunately, you couldn't find a place to gamble, so I don't think you're good. And you don't have any traumas. Eoin, it was definitely weird, but I don't remember, unless you think of anything specific that you struggled with.
Well, I think, so for him, I think the things that he was struggling with was what, he has just, been delving. I would say it's like he is dealing with this, how far is too far, right? I don't think it actually goes into, his vice, but I definitely think it goes into, a trauma that he is beginning to suffer from, right? So shooting Vale was not it wasn't even a choice for him, but I think dealing with the fact that he shot Vale and Vale dying is something that changed him, and then deciding he's just gonna stab the priest, right? I think all of those things are so outside of his character that I would call those traumas. But
okay, Yeah, it's I think it's a little bit of the stretching of the rules, but I dig it. I can see it. It's like no one, I don't think anybody here has straight up attempted to murder and have murdered anybody in the game so far. So if you guys want that extra XP, just remember, just try attempt to murder somebody or two.
Every time now, it's his new vice is murder.
Man, that's crazy. I have 7 vices.
Wow. You just overindulge in all of them. Okay, so we did that. Let's do the crew. And then you guys can let me know where you want to put all the things. Let's see. Successfully execute successful burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage operation. Definitely a burglar. Let's see.
And we get to do an advancement now because of that one.
Yep. So, yep. So, okay. So, well, you guys get 1 advancement. Contend with challenges above your current station. Yep.
Twice.
Yep. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Daring. Yeah, I think you guys are definitely daring, if not insane.
You're welcome.
And express goals, drives, inner conflict, or the essential nature of the crew. I think we found. I think there's something that we've noticed with this crew where it's like, which kind of goes into daring, but it's like if you guys have a chance to do something, you guys are going to do it, even if it doesn't benefit the mission. Like we saw this back at the Hound races, where you guys literally decided to go gamble instead of do the mission. And to this last session, you guys decided, like, you know what, our window's here, let's take it. So I'm gonna say you guys are gonna get an XP for that.
Yay!
Where it's just like you guys are opportunist jerks.
Yes.
Boom. We're daring and opportunist seeking.
So, yeah. So you guys can look at all that to find out what special ability you want to add. Because you guys already have, well, you got, you expanded the thingy. So any poops. So yeah, I don't know. Is there any of these things? And then there's also veteran if there's another special ability from another crew that you want to take. So if there's nothing here that looks interesting, there is that as well. But I don't know. We can figure that out so that way maybe at the end of all this we can find out what you guys want to level up in. So, alright, so we did Eoin, and then we'll let him go put your XP and all that stuff, and if you get a new ability, we can figure that out. You can tell us that your next downtime activity, so let's go with, Kai. How about you? Did you, get any fun level up stuff?
Yes, I decided to actually go ahead and just fill out the playbook. So I can get a new special ability.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks good.
When you unleash physical violence, it's especially frightening. When you command a frightened target, take +1. Oh, wait. So if I command, I get an extra dice. And then people are just scared. They will literally relieve themselves if I inflict physical. I might. When you okay, wait, leader. When you command a cohort, and sorry, this is why I was giggling because I was thinking about the stupid things I could do. When you command a cohort in combat, they continue to fight when they would otherwise break. They're not taken out when they suffer level 3 harm. Oh no, that's not fun. Nah, I'm about to get a cool weapon. Yeah, let's... Ooh, vigorous maybe. You recover from harm faster. Permanently fill in one of your healing clock segments Take +1 to healing treatment rolls. I'm going with Savage.
Okay.
I want to be completely insane.
You want to make people pee themselves. I got you.
That is correct. That is the goal.
Alrighty. So, what are you going to do for your first downtime activity?
Let's try to see if we can finish making this weapon.
Alrighty. So, you go there. Yeah, you were talking with Jira. Alright, had to get a quick drink. And I think Jira, you guys met up with another person to make the projectile stunning thing, but it looks... Remember, you guys have everything. He's here. Yeah, roll... Let me see what you roll for this. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah. I think it is long-term project. Yeah, so it is... Trying to figure out what you roll. I think it's just whatever your lowest asset is. But, so it would be insight. So you roll 1 die, I believe.
No bonus die, submit.
Yeah, like before you roll that, I'm just double checking. Oh, did you already roll it?
I did.
Oh, okay. You know what? We'll go with that. Oh, you would choose pretty much what you would use to roll. That was me.
Oh.
But still, like.
But I mean, but do we have to?
Well, it's like you rolled a 6, and honestly, it's like, okay, it is what it is, because it's like, okay, you probably would have used one of these things to help with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Jira comes in because that would fill up your clock.
Yeah.
And yeah. And he's just like, you come in and like maybe it's like an all-night thing, and like you maybe like in the middle of the night you doze off as like you just see him like by a furnace, and like this you feel the heat just like blazing like in front of him as you kind of like just everything kind of hits, and you wake up as you see Jira tired, weathered. He's like, yes, oh my friend, it is done. And let's see, you said you wanted a gauntlet that like has claws and fires a projectile for stunning. So it's like yeah, so I just imagine it's just like what I'm trying to think. Because I wrote gauntlet. I didn't write gauntlet, so I'm just
think Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh is a gauntlet?
Yeah, like you know, like the dual gauntlet that they had, except you know when you squeeze it out, instead of starships flying out, it's like a you know needles can come out at you, or a knife or something pops out.
Okay, that's.
And then over the
Go
top,
ahead.
yeah, you just got claws that you can punch in somebody's face.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe it's thinking of the Yu-Gi-Oh like thing. It's just maybe instead of like claws that come out of the front, it's like this claw that kind of shoots out like and is more like a dagger blade that kind of comes off of the wrist.
See,
and,
now you're thinking.
Yeah, and then it's like maybe it's also got a like it looks like a little like projectile, like a little dart projectile thing that it's like he's like, hey, just don't make sure your hand isn't in front of that when you pull the trigger, which it's like you gotta like pull your thumb. It's like you gotta do like some weird like configuration with your hands to have it like lock and then fire.
Yeah.
So that way it's not like you accidentally like, I don't know. I was just
projectile
thinking,
your finger off.
well, I could see Kai flipping somebody off, and then all of a sudden the gun goes off. So
and
it's
it
like
just shoots straight up in the air.
And it's just you hear Jira's like, I thought it'd be funny, but yeah. So it's like it's this weird like hand motion, kind of like how Spider-Man like does for his webs. It's like you have like it's not necessarily that, but it's you have some sort of like hand motion that you have to put like your fingers in, so that way it's like it activates and fires. So, but yeah, that's he's like, so what do you want to call this butte? Something like this needs a name. I don't remember if I sounded like a pirate when you first talked to me, but I'll just blame that I'm tired. Arrgh.
I shall call it...
You know what? Sleep on it. Just whatever you do think the name.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay. So yeah, you finished I was about to say the only long-term project, but I realized there was one that is also done and just hasn't never been relooked at. So anyway, so
wait.
I'm waiting.
Okay, yeah. All right. We're calling it Moksha then.
Moksha?
Yes, Moksha. Don't worry about it. I'm bringing Hinduism into this somehow.
No problem. Okay, Moksha.
Yeah,
I can't wait to have a whole season to remember how to pronounce that.
yeah.
Anyway.
It's basically just a term for like enlightenment and like release, liberation, and whatnot. So I just thought it sounded cool because I'm
Alright.
pretty much releasing arrows and weapons from it. So.
Mm-hmm. I dig it. Sounds cool. All right. So now we go on to speaking about being unable to pronounce names. Veleris. How about you? What did you level up?
All right, so leveled up a skill, so I put another point in hunt because I filled out insight.
Okay. Nice. You are just one hunty guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to use that for something good.
All right. So what are you doing with your first downtime activity?
Veleris is going to go ahead and gamble, so he's going to want to head to the Silver Stag Casino in Silkshore and basically partake in some gambling activities.
All right. So yeah, your lowest attribute, which looks like resolve. So you have a point in it. So yeah, so just roll one die, which is I guess good because if you roll a 4 or higher, you're gonna overindulge. Oh, I was about to say I'm expecting a 6.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, no, like you're in there, you're gambling, you're just in it, and let's see.
I get
It's on
enough
the
gambling.
next page. What?
I was like, I can't get enough for gambling.
All right, so when you overindulge, I'll find out. Do you attract trouble? Do you brag? So, pretty much, if you attract trouble, you either select or roll an additional entanglement. If you're gonna brag about what you've been doing, you get +2 heat. Lost, which your character vanishes for a few weeks, and then pretty much you have to play as a different character until they come back. But yeah, I don't know. It's the end of the season, so maybe not that one. And then tapped, where your current purveyor cuts you off and you find a new source for your vice.
I'll go
What
with
do
the first option. Where I'm,
Attract trouble? Okay.
No, where I'm bragging.
Oh, bragging. Okay, so yeah, we'll add 2 heat.
Oh, wait, hold on. What was the first option? There was
The first option was we roll.
Oh, that was the
you
add
pretty
2
much-
heat.
You want to do the add 2 heat, or the one before that was you get to select or roll an additional entanglement, which is
Oh, yeah, that one right there.
okay. Yep, so that's the first one. Let me bring it up. Wherever it is. How come I can never find this thing when I'm looking for it? There it is. Alright, so... Yeah, it's kind of good that you guys, like, I don't know, if you guys had the heat that you had, if you didn't go to the wanted level, it was, you would have been getting some real fun stuff. But, yeah, so, do you want to roll it, or you would roll one die, or you can choose? What would you like?
I'll go ahead and roll one die.
All right. Yep. All right. A 3. Gang trouble or the usual suspects. I will read them to you, and you can tell me which one you want to take. One of your gangs or other cohorts, whatever that word is, causes trouble due to their flaws, and you can lose face, which you would forfeit rep equal to your tier, and make an example. You would either lose one, pretty much one rep, make an example of the gang member, or face reprisals from the wronged party, or, as I turn the page, the usual suspects. The bluecoats grab someone in your periphery of your crew. One player volunteers a friend or vice purveyor as the person is most likely to be taken. Make a fortune roll to find out if they can resist the questioning. Or pay off the bluecoats with 1 coin.
I'll say to go with the storyline, we'll go with the bluecoats grabbing one of their crews and question them.
Okay, so who do we think's getting grabbed? Let's see. We have Melver from J2. We have Nyrix from Eoin. And we have Grace from Kai. And then I guess technically we also have Adelaide. So it says pretty much one player volunteers a friend or a vice purveyor.
I will go ahead and volunteer Melver, since Melver and Veleris have had quite a close run-in with one another.
All right. So let's see. We will make a fortune roll. So if you want to do that for your character, we'll find out. And if you are letting them resist, if you're paying, then nothing changes.
I'll go for the resistance.
Okay, roll me a fortune roll. 1 die. All right. So Melver, he I'm trying to remember what he was like.
Melver's the she.
Oh, she. Yeah, so she heads in. That's right, because Melver wasn't helping Eowyn well, and that's why he went to Mama
Yeah.
T. I was like, what was Mama T? And then I should probably write down. I'm gonna write medic so that way I remember what she did. So yeah, Melver gets pulled out of her office and everything, and is just like, you don't hear from her for like days, and then finally you hear reports that she's back, and Veleris, maybe you go and just check in on her, and you see that, like, well, now I gotta look up one thing just to make sure that I do the right amount. Yeah, I'm just like, they don't really have any examples. So, but anyway, you see her like with like her arm like in a cast, and well, in a sling, kind of held in there, and it's just like she just has like kind of bruises and like missing a tooth, and she's like, "Oh, hey there, Veleris. Guess you heard the bluecoats came by."
What did they do to you?
They were asking about you. Funny enough, but don't worry, I didn't tell them anything. Like, not like you guys tell me what you guys are doing. They said something that you were causing a ruckus up at the church, and well, once they broke my arm twice, they believed me. But don't worry, it's they. I didn't tell them anything about you guys. Like, you're my bro. I can't remember. You guys
They're
were
lovers.
not. Well, the internet would make that really weird. It's just like, well, I couldn't throw you under the bus. Like, we don't have buses in this world. I couldn't throw you under the carriage. Like, like we have.
I'll throw you under the ferry.
Drown. Like, but don't worry. Fortunately, they broke the arm. Ow. They broke the arm of someone whose job is to heal. So I'll be good in a couple weeks, if a couple months at most. But yeah, don't worry. They don't know anything.
You should show me where they're at. I will take care of this and make sure they never touch you again.
No, for real. Like, just we need to lie low. Like, at least you do. Like, it's. I don't know what you guys did, but they're really looking at for you, and I don't know. If you notice, it's just like there was never this many like ghosts, spirits walking around. Do you know anything about that?
There is something of must. There was some sort of thing we tripped off on our last mission, but we'll get it taken care of. Now for you, just remain safe. I will teach those blue coats a lesson.
Like, I already know you guys already. And like, I just imagine you walk out, unless you want to keep talking.
Yeah, but Veleris is gonna go ahead and walk out. He's like,
she's like, no, it's okay. I already know you have a history, and you're gone. Okay. Well, and like she just starts kind of fixing her arm. So, but yeah, that is what happened. So with that, we are going to do, before we go back to Eoin for his second downtime activity, I want to say something that we see happening within the town, within Doskvol. So over the couple of weeks, as you guys take your downtime, like normally this stuff is supposed to be like signify like a days, if not a couple weeks. You notice that like it seems like there's more and more spirits wandering the streets, to where there's just so many that it seems like there's more spirits than humans. And then like you guys hear the news, like, as it seems like there's like almost like a group of ghosts are like clinging on to this person running down the street, as they like are trying to force their way into like his body. And it's just like at that point, like it's close enough where like there's like a spirit warden there who like pulls out a Ghostbane charm and like pushes the ghosts back, like and save them. But then you hear more and more reports as it seems like ghosts and spirits are trying to just forcibly take over bodies. And like during this time, like the church, the ecstasy of the flesh, and like the spirit wardens, and like any other like people are like starting like spirit bane charms, like of all different qualities, are starting to be like high quality. Like even the weakest ones seem to be like much like extremely desired and sought after, just to give like a little bit of peace in Doskvol. But when you have another downtime, so what would you like to do?
Well, first,
before we...
No.
Oh, what?
Sorry. How many stress did I remove?
Oh, you clear it all. You clear it all out.
Okay, and did I get any coinage from it?
If you did, I think when you overindulged, it didn't stick. Like,
it's all good.
yeah,
I tried.
I think just with if you didn't overindulge, I would have given you like one or two, but it's just like with everything going on, it's like, yep, okay, you went a little bit overbound. Like you didn't lose anything, but at the same time, it's like if you gained anything, you lost it in the event. So, Eoin, what would you like to do?
So Eoin is gonna first just reveal what he took. He was gonna jump into the spider playbook and take foresight, but I decided that didn't actually fit the character. So he takes the special ability Iron Will, and he's immune to the terror that some supernatural entities inflict on sight. So he gets to take plus 1d to resistance rolls with resolve.
All right.
Especially in the midst of all of this
I forgot
happening.
Yeah, I forgot to tell that to you. I forgot we figured that all out and did XP as we do.
No, you're fine.
So. Okay.
And then because we have a wanted level, Eowyn's going to attempt to acquire an asset, and he wants to acquire a cohort.
Okay. Alrighty. Let me see that. So, okay, so you're gonna roll the crew tier, which is
we're just tier 0.
You guys aren't even tier 1 yet. Yeah, so you're gonna roll 2 and take the lowest.
Okay.
Lowest number, and that's going to determine the quality of the asset.
Got you. So is that just a fortune roll?
It can be, yeah. We can do that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what the roll is. It's
number
just
of dice is 0.
Yeah.
Submit.
Okay, a 3. So, a 1 rather. Well, that's the same
desperate
number.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah. So, let me just roll over here. All right. So cohort. Yeah. So temporary use. What kind of cohort were you looking to get?
I think because there is want out on us, we're going to try to have people who can do some of our dirty work for us. And so, what were the names of all the things? Let me look at it again. So what I'm thinking is we'll want some skulks, some scouts, infiltrators, and thieves. Or at least
one
I think
thing.
it's
If you
a
wanted
person, right?
Yeah, I'm like looking at it real quick. But if you wanted to, since you rolled it, if you wanted to increase the tier, so right now it's a -1 tier, which is a 0. I don't think it's going to be a negative, so it would be the same tier as you. But it says if you spend 2 coin, it would go up a level. But let's see.
So it'd still be a 0 either way.
Yeah. So, let's see. I'm just reading. Yeah, an expert or a gang. Yeah. So you can have a group of people or a single expert. But I think with your role, probably maybe you guys get who you can, and it's just unless you're thinking otherwise. But yeah.
No, I that's what I was thinking. I was thinking we were. So Eoin is. At first he was thinking like adepts, but that wouldn't fit the crew. And so he's looking for like 1 to 2 guys that are skulks, someone who can scout for us, someone who can maybe even do some of the easier thievery jobs, or infiltrate where we're going to go and like get that job so that when we get there it's easier to get into the thing. Just because we have such a wanted level right now.
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah, so that will... Yeah, you'll have that for your next job, because that's normally you'd use it. And then it says if you want to, you can make it a permanent thing, but you would have to either use the rules of advancement with your, as you kind of increase your, as your crew sheet, or you can spend a long-term project to make it a permanent acquisition. So I'm gonna say, just looking at this, maybe informants, maybe to gather +1 info for your scores. Does that kind of fit what you are looking for? Or...
Yeah, basically. It was the skulks. So it's like the guys who.
No, is that? Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just saying. So that was kind of what I was thinking. So not really like informants, but somebody who can like scout for us, or someone who can do.
There's also lookouts, which since you guys have the 10 alley, that would connect. You have lookouts that will give you, when you guys are on your turf, gives you plus D1 to survey or hunt on your turf. So I don't know. We can figure it out, but yeah, if we'll write it down, and we'll worry about that in season 2. If there we go. Skulks. I don't think that's how you spell that. There we go. Okay. Once again, don't know if that's how you spell the word, but hopefully we'll remember
is how you spell the word.
So yeah. So I just imagine that maybe they meet you in the basement. They're just like, oh yeah, so you have a job for us?
And Eowyn's like, oi! Let me introduce you to the gang. And I introduce Ruto, and I introduce Veleris, and I introduce Kai.
Oh.
I know, I was looking at everybody's names on Zoom instead of their actual names. It must be late. And I go, oh no, I got us in lots of hot water. That's a stupid voice. I know I got us in a lot of hot water with this last job, and so I found 2 capable folk to help us with some of our initial work, so that if the heat comes down, it's not all on us.
Yep, that's us. My name is Bartholomew. And his name is Gerald.
Hi.
Gerald.
Hi.
That's pretty much all he said since you got kicked upside the head with a horse.
Hi.
Alright, well, if you need us, you know how to call us. I gotta write down those names because I know I'll forget them by the time we play this next. Oh, thank you. Someone already. All right, and so that was your downtime. Kai, what is your second downtime gonna be?
Time to go to the bar. We need to relieve a lot of stress. So, party time.
Alrighty. Which bar are you going to? You just going to the basement? You going to somewhere close by?
We want to go to like I don't know, like maybe like a dance club or something like that. Kai is in a weird, good enough mood, but like wants to like be chilled and relaxed, but like wants the atmosphere to be a little bit more upbeat.
Do you think Grace invites you out somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe she comes by. He's like, Kai, come on, you've been so wound up. Come with me. I know a place where we can just relax.
Kai tries to put up a strong face, but obviously wants to go, but resistantly goes ahead with Grace.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now you have at least a point in every attribute. So, yeah, roll one die and see how much stress you relieve.
Okay.
You have you won't have to stress out about overindulging.
No.
Because you have 7. Somehow you rolled an 8. What? Oh my goodness. So
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a real good night. Yeah, I think that clears out all your stress.
Sweet.
I'm gonna just double check that.
Well, I have 7.
Yeah, before you do, I'm just making sure. I imagine that's what a crit does. Let's see. Clear stress equal to the highest die result, which I think was 6, but it's a critical. I don't see it, but I want to say, yeah, clear out your stress. Like,
sweet.
Boom.
I'm just trying to do like a quick look here. Actually, yeah. I don't know. I might be doing something wrong, but it's like, I don't think one or just having one more stress is really going to break it. Watch me regret that in season 2. But, yeah, so, yeah, the music is like just going off often, and it's just like drinks are flowing. And it's just like, I don't know why. I know it's an old meme, but I just recently saw it again where it's Beauty and the Beast where Castan's just like, the old man was in here raving, and it's Belle's dad with the glow sticks like, and it's just like that, but actually everybody's into it. It's, you know what it is? It's Batman Beyond when they all go to the party. If anyone remembers Batman Beyond, when they're like, I don't know how I was allowed to watch that show as a kid, but anyway, like, but yeah, it's like pretty much the club. The music's going, and it's just, yeah, everything is going well, and yeah, well, who knows? You are a fan of pleasure, and who knows? You are a woman of pleasure, and who knows? Maybe Grace, she invites you. She invites you out, and then invites you somewhere else, and we'll just fade to black, and we'll just let the audience and the players just imagine what happens there.
Big baller Kai, baby. Love to see it.
They go back and play. They go back and play.
Go fish.
Yeah, they just play card games. Oh no! Whenever I think of goldfish, Go Fish, it reminds me of when. Also, because you mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh, me and my brothers, when we would say like we would play Go Fish when we were on vacation, and it was when Yu-Gi-Oh was just coming out. They had the commercial. It was time to do, and so we never watched the show, but we knew that, and so when my brothers would be like, "Okay, do you have any 3s?" and it's like, "You gotta go fish." And so, man, we were dorks. So yeah, you do that, and you have quite the excellent night, and you feel refreshed. And with that, Veleris, you go to your second
Yep. So, finding out what happened to Melver, Veleris is seething and basically seeing red. So what he's going to do is he's going to train so he can begin to hone his skills and just be able to be a bit more aggressive when it comes to dealing with those blue coats, and so he can basically show them that he's not the one to be trifled with. So he's going to want to train in
Kai's
prowess.
skill.
I do that.
He's gonna take that skill next level up. Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
Yep. So Veleris is going to go ahead and train in prowess because he feels like just being able to master that is going to help him out whenever it comes to just being able to be a little bit more sneaky and take out his targets quicker.
All right. Yep. So let's say open up to training. All right. It just says mark 1 XP. Do you roll for that? I don't think you do. Let's see. Training. Spend time training. Mark 1 XP for the attribute or playbook advancement. Okay, yeah, and we don't have the crew thing that gives you more than one. So yeah, just mark that and you're good. I think I made you guys roll incorrectly in the past. All right. So that is all the downtime activities, but we have a few other things that need to be taking place that need to be covered. I have a character written in here that I don't know why they're written here, because I'm like, what? Does anyone remember Pamplemousse?
Yes, because I named the bartender Pamplemousse.
Okay, I was like,
because I had a LaCroix here that was a Pamplemousse, and I said we're gonna name him Pamplemousse.
I'm like, I don't remember why this person's here. Okay, so this is gonna be me trying to remember voices now. So, Eoin, you receive a visitor. And it's like, it's not in the basement. This person comes up to the attic. It's Mama T.
Oi,
she's like,
there she is. Oh, my big, beautiful lady.
I am not here for this. What did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do? I haven't seen you since the last time.
I know that you went out and you did something. There is something happening on the streets, and I do... Have you heard the reports?
Oi, you talking about letting all my friends go free?
You do realize your friends are trying to forcibly gain access to bodies? It's become worse.
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, that was a weird voice. Yeah.
So you're okay with this?
Everyone needs a home.
Not like this. There is a balance, and you fools have broken it.
Some may say
you don't understand
balance.
the balance.
Others may say that the balance was already up. And it was already unbalanced. And now, everyone has a second chance.
But some people are not getting their first chance. And I'm letting you know, I am leaving before I lose mine. If you decide to fix this, I'll come back. But for now, I'm letting you know, do not try to talk with me. What you've done is almost irreversible, and I hope you are willing to live with the consequences.
I knew going in what the consequences will be. And I'm just alright with it.
Well, I hope you wouldn't be, because this might be the end for Doskvol.
Or is it the beginning?
Eowyn, it was nice to meet you. You were quite perplexing. But unfortunately, I am not going to spend my last moments here to be a mannequin for them. To be a costume. Once again, if you wake up, and I'll ask, do you think that Kai and Veleris, do you think you guys are in this room, in the attic while this conversation is going on?
I would say Valeris says it.
Isn't? Or
Yeah, isn't.
okay.
I'm in
Kai.
the attic, yeah.
And Kai, like,
You
I'm like
kidding
you
me?
ever met.
I just had the night of my life. Are you kidding me? I ain't got time for
Yeah,
this.
yeah. But like maybe Kai, like you're still like having you're still like, this is great, and like you never met Mama T before, so it's just like she looks at you and is like, girl, if you decide to wake up as well, come find me. No, it's never mind.
As Mama T leaves, Eoin takes out a fine spirit mask and hands it to her and says, "Oi, if you're so scared, you might need this. It helps keep them at bay."
I've seen what it's done to you. You can keep your tricks. I have my own ways. And like, as she begins to step out, like you see her pull like this veil over her face, like this silver veil that it's like kind of almost like chains like that are covering her face. And she's like, I'll be hoping. I do hope to hear from you. But until, I don't know this life or the next, or the one after. Goodbye, Eowyn. And she heads out. Over the next couple weeks, the ghosts, or the spirits, or whatever title they're being called, become more and more violent as they try to take over bodies. And certain, pretty much, the dens of where people would go and fulfill their vice of letting ghosts pretty much ride them, or interacting with different ghosts and stuff to relieve stress and everything, are forcibly shut down because of ghosts not returning the hosts. And then we see pretty much more and more, like, you guys notice as there's more ghosts slash ghost riding humans and different people as they are taking over. And then another thing you notice is, like, during the day, now that it's been like almost a month, like the ghosts, like in the daytime, it seems like things kind of calm down, like whether their energy, they use too much energy up, but then at the night, during the night, the seaway, like all the water that goes through there, the rivers and the canals and all the different waterways in Doskvol, Doskvol, gain this greenish hue as it bubbles, and you notice when, like, animals or people get too close to the edge of a boat or a coast, hands grasp out and try to take the body. And traveling at night is, unless You are of ill repute and trying to do something out of the law. Nobody goes out at night, especially near the water. And then, this is now a little bit later as, pretty much, Adelaide, he comes up to the attic, and he specifically calls for all three of you guys. And he's just, well, we haven't talked for a while, and sorry if I am not as upbeat as I was almost. It feels like a lifetime, but something's happened to Doskvol. I'm not blaming you or really anybody, but we need to figure out what are we going to do. We either have to hopefully just let this run its course, or we need to find a way to stop this. You haven't noticed the basement isn't doing well. There's no businesses that are doing well because people are too afraid to go out and do anything pleasurable.
Ha!
Except for you, it looks like.
How do you suggest we stop it?
Well, it's from my contacts, it seems that almost that there was a seal or something that was broken in the church. It seems that if we're able to rebuild that seal, it would potentially allow the church and the spirit wardens to collect them, and really the only other way that they're able to cleanse the streets is, well, capturing them with a spirit bottle and, well, putting it into the furnace and cleansing the soul with fire. So there's that, or, well, I've been talking with Quaylin. And Quaylin thinks, well, we might be able to build a contraption that is like a giant spirit bottle. And the thing is, to do that, we would need to go all around town. We would need to go all over Doskvol to collect the things. If this is something that you guys are interested in, it's... Well, to be honest, there's a lot of people talking, but not a lot of people acting. And if you guys decide to do this, like, I don't know if you have grudges or any requests, there are very higher up people that would be willing to do this. Not willing, sorry, I misspoke. Willing to give in to any demands. But in the end, it's as I said, I told them I would know some people, and you are my people. And so it is completely up to you. There's nothing we can do about the ones who are already possessed, but my phone just rang. But I'm going to mute it because I'm pretty sure this person's going to say something next. Okay. But if we can do that and we can seal up the remains, we can hopefully protect the lives in Doskvol. But I am not here to force you to do anything. But I do fear if we wait too much longer, we will not have a Doskvol anymore. And, what do you guys say?
It seems like we are going to be the ones who stop it. Although, why cannot the church itself stop it?
The to my knowledge, the church is having their hands full. There's some strange effect that is happening with the humans that are being possessed. It's, I really hope it doesn't come down to this, but there's weird cases where we see people that are living alone, or people that are going out at night that seem to either have their energy drained or completely siphoned. And there seems to be more and more cases of this, and this is something I'm not asking for you to do. That seems the church is trying to figure out what this, whatever it is. But that's the nobles they were talking, and it seemed like everyone has their secrets, but it seems like nobody is willing to do it. And I know that you guys, I don't know, get a thrill out of jobs that are almost impossible.
That you are right. Well, if it comes down to us, perhaps maybe we should put it into it.
If you guys want to talk about it, I can head out, but I will need an answer soon. If you guys aren't up to the case, don't worry. You will not be any lesser in my eyes.
And if we were to do this, what recognition will we get from the city? There has to be some recognition, such as the bluecoats who are clearly looking for us. They have to notice that we are acting in good faith here, and potentially cease and desist their actions upon us.
Honestly, their hands are so full, I don't think they would do anything currently to stop you, but I could definitely talk with them about immunity and some forgiveness, and I don't know if you guys want to keep doing this life that you have chosen, but if you do this for Doskvol, I would not be surprised if you guys are interested in government, or, I don't know, want to live a life of leisure. That could be something that could be easily handled. It's, when I say they're desperate and willing to do anything, they will. And if you guys have no problem, I will represent you. You guys are my friends. And I care for you deeply, and it would bring great joy to my heart if this is what you want to do, and we could eventually spend the days together walking through Doskvol rather than just the nights, but we can still do the nights once everything is settled. But I do not want to pressure you, because I do care for you deeply. I want you all to know that this is your choice, and if you choose not to, that is okay, but if you choose to, we can, whatever wrongs that were done can be forgiven, whatever, well, to an extent. Like, I cannot make you the emperor, but we could have a life of pleasure and not have to worry about the cost of anything.
Perfect. If you could just set up a meeting with the head of the Bluecoats and myself, I have some important business I must discuss. But before we get to that point, let me talk it over with my comrades and we'll see what we can do.
Yes. I think that would be easy enough. Once they see the good faith of what you guys are doing. So I think once the project starts, and if you guys choose to do this, meetings like that can come easily. So, but I will get out of your way, and just normal way. Just let me know, and we can go from there. And he does something that I don't think I mentioned it earlier. If he did, if he did, I don't remember it. But like, you see him like pretty much pull out like a cigarette, which he never does, and is just like, it's like gone before he's even out of the place. Like, it's he's like borderline stressed. So, but what would you guys like to do? and this is the where we need to come to the decision to the pretty much the whatever it was called, the entanglements, the unquiet dead.
I think Veleris is going to want to do everything in his power to kind of work his way within the good faith to where he can meet with the head of the Bluecoats. So his proposal will be probably to build the contraption that is going to be the giant spirit bottle that's going to be able to kind of capture and wrangle the souls.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Kai?
My interest here is that there's the possibility that, you know, with the ability to possibly move up in the power, it's not really an interest of Kai's, but more so that Kai could possibly get Grace into a position, you know, just in case, you know, we maybe wanted an extra job if we finish all this off, or, you know, we need to get out of trouble. We could at least have somebody inside taking care of that stuff. So there's interest there. And as long as Kai can hit something, I think Kai will be happy.
I didn't hear the last part, sorry.
I think, and as long as Kai can hit something, I think she'll be happy.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Eoin?
So Eoin hears all of these things that have been said and almost takes offense to... Did I freeze?
You were breaking up a little bit, but we hear you now.
And so Eoin takes like offense to people wanting to fix the thing that he has done, and I gonna be part of sending them back to where they came from. They deserve what they have now, and if y'all want to do this, then I must be on my way. And he pulls out his ghost key, opens the ghost field, and walks into the ghost field, closing it behind him.
I was about to say, if Eowyn doesn't want to do this, and it seems like the majority of the party wants to, it's Eowyn can leave, and it sounds like Eowyn does. As like you guys hear the door open, and after they're just like, the speaker is here.
And you just see him like don the mask as he like walks in, and you hear something along the lines of like, "I let not happen to you." As he like enters in, and like as soon as he like enters in, like I don't think they've ever witnessed like a ghost door shut behind Eowyn before, but like as he enters in, he shuts it as he leaves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's weird because like he puts the key into the air and this like outline of a door opens, and then it's like as it closes, it's just like it just like back to where he put the key in, and he's gone and didn't listen to anything you guys wanted. so
Wow.
And I'll talk with Josh when we get to season 2 for what he'll do next, or probably as soon as we finish this. And you know what?
New characters, maybe?
And so yeah, that would be the end of season 1. That seems like a good ending. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, well, hold up. Yeah, so yeah, we do that, and yeah, well, this is the last episode, and yeah, we'll definitely. I don't know. I think these guys would definitely want to come back we definitely have the biggest plot hook for a season 2.
Yeah.
And everything. And so that is that's neat. And so J2, Blackjack, Josh, thank you so much for playing. Thank you for making this a ton of fun. Just a blast. I hope you guys that are watching or have it playing in the background are enjoying the story. I don't know. Now I'm all ready for the season 2. And so I'm just like, yeah. So but we do have to take a little bit of a break. And so until next time. But you know what they like to do? They like to have a little bit of an end credits, little end credit scene, like the Marvels. I don't know if they still do that. I don't watch movies anymore, but yeah, I want you guys before we head out, we like the credits roll, and we have all that, and then we come up on a stone room. There's a few candles that are lit. It's quiet in there, and we see an orange robe that is lit from the front. We don't see the face, but we just hear the scribbling of a quill that ink on paper, and it's angry scribbling. And it's as we get closer and closer, it's just we see sketches. We see the face of Kai. We see the face of Veleris. And we see the face of Eoin, all scrawled on this paper in the middle of the night, as our camera turns to show the face of a girl. The girl that we saw, who witnessed the final moments of the cleric, as her hand is stained red with, is it ink? Is it blood? But we hear her growl, "I will not forget you, Father, and I will save you, and I will have revenge." And with that, we'll see you in season 2.
What? Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
You knew there was going to be a better cliffhanger than that.
Oh,
That's all I know how to do is cliffhangers.
Man. All right.
Okay. And for real this time, thank you everyone for playing. We will see you, I don't know, whenever season 2 happens. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Keep your eyes out for Traveler. Hopefully it comes out shortly after this ends. But until next time, I hope you all have a good night and a better tomorrow. See ya.
Bye.
That was a remix. Bye.
Bye.